For conditions of supply, there are two conditions to supply. There's movement and there's shift in the supply curve.
Movement and shift, okay.
So movement occurs as a result of a change in price. So if price increases, it moves upward in the supply curve. That means there's expansion in the supply curve. If price increases, it brings about expansion. That's movement upward along the supply curve. But a fall in price will bring the supply curve downward, which will contract. Do you understand?
Yeah.
There's expansion for an increase in price and there's contraction for reduction in price. That is movement along the supply curve. There are other conditions that affect supply, which are non-pricing factors, like cost of production, availability of raw materials, technological advancement, and the rest. These things will shift the supply curve to the right or to the left.
So shift in supply curve or
Shift is as a result of a change in non-pricing factors.
Change in
Non-pricing factors, such as technology, cost of production.
pricing factors. So change in the non-pricing factors.
Non-pricing factors.
Okay.
So move on. So there's movement if it is price, there's shift if it is non-pricing factors.
And
Continue.
what does conditions of supply mean?
Situation.
Situation. So it is.
Continue, please.
Costs of production. The supply curve is drawn to the assumption that the general cost of production in the economy remain constant. Part of this ceteris paribus condition. If other things change, then the supply curve will shift. If the cost of production increases at any given level of the output, firms will attempt to pass on these increases in the form of higher prices. If they cannot change higher prices, then profits will fall and firms will produce less of the goods or might even stop producing altogether. A rise in the cost of production will therefore lead to a decrease in supply.
Thank you. People would like, if cost of production increases, why can't firms shift the price or the high cost to the shoulders of consumers? They can't, because there's ceteris paribus. As soon as we start talking about non-pricing factors, it is assumed that price remains unchanged. So that is why it is difficult for firms to produce more when the cost of production is increasing, because they cannot change the price. So cost of production simply means firms pay more in the cost of making the product available for sale. That is what high cost of production means. But reasons why supply would shift to the left is because based on the ceteris paribus issue, like the assumption that other factors remain constant, except price remains constant when other factors are changing, makes it difficult for price to change, because we say price is fixed. In this market, price is fixed. We cannot change price. So the only thing we could change is the quantity we are supplying. So as soon as there's increase in cost of production, as firms are unable to increase their prices, they would rather stop producing or reduce supply. And when they reduce supply, it makes the product to become scarce. At that point in time, people will be willing to pay any amount for that product. Do you see how it works? It's cyclical. So a rise in cost of production, because firms are unable to increase price, will shift the supply curve to the left, from S to S2.
So, again, mister?
A high cost of production, which does not allow firms or businesses to increase their prices, would reduce supply, shifting the supply curve to the left. Is it clear?
Them change. Which doesn't make them change their price?
Because price is constant.
Will
Ceteris paribus.
Will shift supply.
To the left.
S.
Supply curve, not supply. Supply curve.
Oh,
To the left from S1 to S2.
okay.
Is it clear? We'll move on. Technology. Read, please.
Another factor that affects supply of particular good is the state of technology. The supply curve is drawn on the assumption that the state of technology remains unchanged. If new technology is introduced to the production process, it should lead to a fall in the costs of production. This greater productive efficiency will encourage firms to produce more at once at the same price, or produce the same amount at a lower price, or the combination of two. The supply curve will shift downwards and to the right. It would be unusual for the firms to replace more efficient technology with less efficient technology. However, this can occur at times of conflict or natural disasters. If the new technology equipment is destroyed, firms may use the less efficient means of production, reducing supply at any given price, resulting in a shifted supply curve
To the right.
to the left.
To the left.
It says left.
If there's inefficiency, that's what they mean.
Yeah.
If there's inefficiency. So for me, I will talk about efficiency because technology will bring about efficiency. So as soon as there's advancement in technology,
To the
These
right.
businesses will use it to more efficiency
It
and
is-
productivity for the business.
it is expected
To the
that
right.
efficiency increases,
Yeah.
And productivity.
productivity too. So that will shift the supply curve to the
To the
left.
right.
That's why they said if new technical equipment is destroyed,
Destroyed.
firms may have to use less efficient means of production, reducing their supply.
Yeah.
So the point about technology is that the only time technology will shift the supply curve to the left is if technology has issues regarding maybe damage or whatever it is. Aside that, it is expected when you use technology to shift to the right. So technology will shift the supply curve rightward because more quantity will be produced due to productivity and less cost due to efficiency.
Shift supply curve to the right because more cost.
As cost will reduce. Technology will bring about efficiency and productivity. Increase in efficiency and productivity. Efficiency is not the same as productivity. Efficiency means you're able to reduce your cost. Productivity means you're able to increase your output.
Okay. I
Do you get the difference here?
Yeah.
Efficiency means you're able to reduce wastage and cost. Productivity means you're able to increase your output.
I said, Mr. New technology is made for businesses. More businesses will use it, so it will be more productive and more efficient.
Yeah, it's fine.
So it will shift the supply curve to the right, as reduced the.
Because the quantity supply would have increased from Q to Q1. Then the supply curve will shift to the right from S to S1. Clear?